So overcoming obstacles for so many years, and in fact, as for as long as I can remember, I never used to like obstacles. When it comes to challenges, trouble, I don't like them. I always stay away from it, even from a very, very young age, because I don't like trouble, right? So what happened to me was as I grew up, I became so scared of obstacles, challenges. I'm always saying to myself, oh, I don't want to go through any challenge. Oh, I don't want any trouble. So anytime I was going through challenges, whether in my business or in other areas of my life, it always weighs me down because I always see them as something very, very, very negative. But I want to flip that over today. And based on what I have been through and my experiences, especially in business, obstacles are going to come. You don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. It's part of living, as you have to eat or feed yourself to survive. You have to drink water, you have to sleep, you have to live your daily lives. Obstacles are part of our existence, right? Even if you think about the animal kingdom right now, animals have their own trouble. Animals have their own challenges. Think about in the forest, for example. You have animals running away from the lion, for example. The deer wants to see the lion or the tiger, they start running away. We see all those videos online, and what tends to happen is they have adapted themselves to know how to protect themselves, and they have gained the survival skills in the forest. They have gained the survival skills where when they are in that position, they know what to do. And I want to use that as a positive thing for you if you are going through any challenges. Say, for example, you've done everything you can from a financial point of view, whether in your business, you've read all the books that you can read, you've done, you have your mentors and your coaches, and things are still not changing. I want to encourage you today that, like anything in life, it's going to change. Nothing in life remains the same. Pick anything that you can remember right now that has happened to you. They have changed. You yourself, you have changed. You're not the same person, say, for example, 10 years ago, right? Children, they grow, they have changed. If you plant a seed today, it's going to change. It's going to, you know, shoot out from the ground and start creating leaves and fruits, and so many things like that. Everything in life is going to change. So if you're facing a specific obstacle today, if you are not, if your mind is not in the place to classify that obstacle as a positive thing, because someone else might look at you and say to you that, oh, don't worry, obstacles, you get over it. Obstacles, you're supposed to learn from it. Challenges are great, challenges are good. It's easier said than done for someone that is not going through it. But if you are going through it, sometimes it's difficult for you to understand why you're going through it after doing so many things to get out of it. But if one take home that I wanted to take home today, if you're listening, is that think of life itself. Life goes through changes. It's a process. So assuming you're at work right now and you have a horrible boss, eventually something would happen, whether the boss would change their job, or maybe you would do something spectacular at work where people will recognize you for your effort. Or maybe you have a product that you're selling and it's not selling. Eventually you're going to have a light bulb that's going to, be like an aha moment saying to you, why don't you try this? And the moment you take that step and try that new strategy, then you'll be like, oh, why did I think of this? But the thing is, the obstacles and challenges you've had have prepared you to think differently, have prepared you to be in the position to have a new way of thinking and handling challenges. And this is what I wanted to take home today, that don't let what you're going through be an hindrance. It's not it's not the end. It's a process. So, a couple of things you want to do. First of all, look for 2 or 3 people, or even if it's 2 people, that you trust, that you can share your problems with. Because as I say, problem shared is problem solved. Look for 2 or 3 people that you can share your problems with, that you trust. Talk to them. Because once you relieve that pressure and the voices in your head, the things that are troubling you, you might find out that 1 or 2 things they say might just give you that relief that you want at that point in time. And that's the advantage of talking to someone. Or better still, they might provide you with a solution. They might ask you to, why don't you try a new thing? And once you try it, you're in a new position. So don't underestimate the value in speaking to people. We are not an isolation. We are not in isolation. We work together as the humanity. With regards to what's going on in the world today, humanity has been created to work together in unity, to work together to create a solution. No man is an island. Anyone that wants to get things done by themselves is just kidding themselves. It's not just going to happen. You want to work with people. So that's the first step. Now, the second step is take some time out for meditation. Meditation, understanding who you are, meditation, praying, get in touch with the spiritual part of you so that you can have more clarity, so that you can have more insight and awareness. And then once you're able to get clarity, the solutions will start coming with regards to, whether you need to study more, read more, or do certain things differently. But you need that moment of meditation, of being quiet by yourself, in touch with your spirit, in touch with the spirit inside. Because it's not everything that is physical. There's not everything that, the solutions are not necessarily in the physical, but in the spiritual. So get that done. And whatever transformation that you have experienced, share that so that someone else can benefit from it. Someone else that's going through something similar can benefit. Or even if you've tried this before, has it worked for you? Has it not worked for you? Share that. In the meantime, I want to invite you to have a look at my channel, my YouTube channel. I interview guests, entrepreneurs and business owners all around the world to share the story behind their brand, the myths, the misconceptions, the successes and failure. And you'll be surprised what you hear and what you learn from them, the people that are actually on the ground, not just people making stuff up, right? So it's different entrepreneurs from different levels, not just the top, every from the startup, established phase, so many different levels. So I want to encourage you to have a look at the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'm sure one or 2 people would, you would connect with them. And that show, the Myths and Myths show, it's going to take another turn. It's a surprise. And you'll be seeing that very, very, very soon. So have a lovely day.